We're going to examine your heads now. We have talked about how our nation is in turmoil. We talked about education. We talked about economics. Why in the world do you want this job?
That's a good question. I think you could answer that of all of us and come up with a variety of answers. I want this job plain and simply because somebody of our mindset better do it. Somebody coming out of the private sector better step forward and take the position that Governor Barber has started a lot of momentum in this state. We're going through a lot of economic quicksand, but at the end of the day, he's been a leader. And I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat in this room, he's been a leader. And when you look at the time when Governor Barber's gone, there's going to be an immense leadership board in the state, tremendous board. The governor clearly is the chief executive officer, the ambassador, the salesman, the face of Mississippi, the person that brings jobs in, the person that makes certain that the state works, and bottom line is responsible for making certain that those that want to work have an opportunity to work. I want the job plain and simply because I feel like I'm the most qualified. You are hiring an executive. You're not hiring a political person. You're not hiring a person that's been out in a career of politics. You're hiring people that have to fundamentally just make career decisions in terms of how do people move forward. That's what this country was made of. Our founding fathers literally were people that didn't have a safety net. They couldn't raise taxes to make a budget balance. They couldn't go get a grant to make a budget balance. They had to figure it out. We have to in small business. We have to in any business. That's what America's crying for. In November 2010, Alabama, Tennessee, and Florida all elected governors outside of the political establishment. That's what America's going to, and that's what we will go to in Mississippi.
Okay, Bill Bryant.
I'm on the board of the Salvation Army. In fact, I'll leave here after this and go do a telethon for flood victims. Our theme on the Salvation Army is doing the most good. I believe I can do the most good as governor. I want to create the most job-friendly environment in America because, you see, I know how to cut taxes. I know the difference between taxes and revenue. I know how to make sure we've got tort reform. I'm not sure these gentlemen up here are really for continuing tort reform like I am, where a loser-pay system will stop these frivolous lawsuits. I am about creating jobs so we can keep our grandchildren here in Mississippi. Isn't that what we're all for? Doing the most good? That's why I'm running for governor. I can tell you, I've had wonderful times in a public servant career. I'm very proud of the conservative battle I've been fighting. You elect me governor, that's exactly what you're going to get. You see what I've done, you're going to get some more of the same. It's going to be a seamless transition, and we're going to stay the course.
I've had a blessed life all my life. Me and my family, we've really been blessed. I served 39 years in the Guard, wearing uniform, serving my country, protecting the very freedom so we can be here today and have this. This is, I see, as a continuation of my service. I'm the only guy up here on this stage that's been in business, government, and the military. The only one. I made a decision when I didn't do this as a career move. I didn't do this to further retirement. I did this because I want a better future for my children and my grandchildren, and for yours. I'm tired of living in this state. That's the poorest state in the union. And I'm not leaving because I love it too much. But I tell you what, I'm committed to move this state up off the bottom. There's no reason for us to be the poorest state in the union. I love this state. I've never run it down, but I'm stating a fact. We've been the poorest state, and if we continue the same road we've been on, we're going to continue to be the poorest state in the union. I made a decision when I started this that if somebody got in this race, there were two reasons I would get out. One, if I had some sort of health issue, but I'm not. Or if somebody got in this race I thought would do a better job. Neither one of those things have happened.